Hello, today in my audience I have my sister Lindsay, and I'm going to be talking about marine life and trash. So do you ever wonder what happens to your trash after it leaves your hands, or how it affects our environment? There are a lot of ways that trash negatively impacts our environment, but it especially impacts our seas and animal life. Today I'm going to explain how human waste is affecting our oceans and marine life. To start, let's take a look at how much trash is in our oceans. According to National Geographic Society, 5.2 trillion pieces of plastic debris is in our oceans. That's a lot of trash. They also state that it adds up to be heavier than 11 Statues of Liberty. Every day, we add to that by not recycling and not making sure our trash ends up in the right places. While not all the trash floats to the top of the ocean, much of it lurks beneath the surface where it begins to affect our animals. Almost every kind of marine life has been reported to be affected by this crisis. For example, take the sea turtle. Sea turtles love to eat jellyfish. Unfortunately, sea turtles often mistake jellyfish for plastic bags, such as this one. And they mistake them for food, such as jellyfish. And when they eat them, it results for them to choke to death. And this is just one example of how millions of animals in the ocean die from plastic and trash debris. Another example is birds. Birds are not technically known as marine life, but they are very much affected by the epidemic. Over time, according to scientist Peter Ryan, plastic begins to break down into small pieces. Over time, the birds start to see it as food, as they would normally eat small fish or whatever they would see swimming on top of the ocean. And they'll eat the plastic, and then the same thing would happen. Either they would choke to death, or it would cause intestinal problems, and they would end up dying from it. So this obviously poses a threat to the birds because they think it's food and it's not, and they end up dying. While I can talk for a long time about how trash is detrimental to our oceans and our animal life, obviously there's nothing that's going to come out of it if I just keep talking about it, so therefore we need to do something about it. A couple things that we can do is we can recycle, and I'll show you a couple things. Like on water bottles, most everybody always has a water bottle at some point during the day or something, like with plastic in it. And these recycling signs that you see on the water bottle, that tells you that this water bottle can be recycled. So when you're done with this, you should put it in a bin that is going to go to a recycling plant. Almost all plastic bottles have them, and even like the water case that these waters came in, you can see that they have the recycling symbols. And you can even take these to like your Walmart or local stores that offer recycling, so therefore they will recycle it for you. It's also important that if it's not something that's recyclable, we put it in the trash that it's supposed to be in, not on the ground or in our waterways. So in conclusion, trash and plastic ending up in the oceans is killing our animals, and it's just polluting our oceans, making the water harder to purify for drinking and stuff like that. And we need to try to begin recycling, better practice with that, and making sure our trash ends up where it should be. Obviously, we don't have the best system for our landfills and everything, but it's better than it ending up in our oceans and killing our animals until we can figure out something better. Together we can save our oceans and marine life. Thank you for listening.